Coal industry representatives said lawsuits against mines in the West could have consequences across the U.S. Environmentalists picking up the pace now, seeking changes on how mining is approved. The Wild Earth Guardians assert coal companies benefited from lacks of oversight from federal regulators. Now, one of those people should be allowed to use electricity.
I agree.
Or send their kids to public schools either. Shouldn't be allowed to do that. You know, this tax money, we get a lot of tax money from natural resources. It pays for the education of their kids. Of course, they don't send their kids to school. They send them to nests up in top of Mount Missoula. And they let the osprey teach their young foal how to navigate the world and how to enjoy life as we know it.
Don't get an IRA. Listen to the wind.
That's right. Follow the river. It always takes the easiest path. Jeez, he's nuts.
This is kind of funny. Lee Greenwood was interviewed for his song, God Bless the USA, because that song turned 30. Here's what he said. The first time I put that song on stage, I recognized that we touched the heart of America. God bless the USA, and it just got momentum like I've never had in a song before. And he's proud of the song, and he should be. And it is played to death this time of year. It's associated with fireworks displays and American pride. That's what he said. Here's what he probably would have liked to have said. You know, I also had about 30 other songs that were all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I had about 8 songs go to number 1. I had a couple cross over to the AC charts. Not everybody does that, but focus on the one song, okay?
None of you bought my other albums.
And there's guys making hay. Got her knocked down all over the place. Big, beautiful windrows.
Oh, well, thanks. Okay.
I don't know what you're doing out there messing around. You're making flower
I got
pots
a
or something.
whole refrigerator full of icy cold Bud Light Lime. I mean, the ice is formed at the top of the bottle.
No, that's not what I'm trying to do to you.
It is so cold. I mean, you can hardly put your hand on the bottle and hold it.
The point I'm trying to make.
It numbs your throat when it goes down. It's so cold.
There are people across the state that are really getting after it hay-wise.
Butthole. God. People hoard for a couple different reasons. They were talking about it. One of the big ones is they all think that the things that they have that are outdated are going to be worth a lot of money someday.
I believe that.
And a lot of that comes from television shows and
news articles.
Yeah.
People, stories you read every day. Oh, somebody found
a stamp.
Yeah.
So that's one reason. The other reason is they have emotional ties to it and they can't throw it out.
Yeah.
I have got a whole basement full of cleats and baseball spikes that will fit everybody from the age of 6 on up.
Must Haven Farm should sponsor somebody.
I mean, why are we keeping them? Well, and I'm thinking, well, if I have grandkids.
Yeah. Well,
you think grandkids are going to wear a pair of shoes from? No way. But I got them.
Yeah.
I got them piled up down there. And so that's probably true. God, though, some of those hoarders, though, you see those shows that they live in just absolute filth, squander. I mean, it's just,
Well, you know why that show does so well? It makes the rest of us that have got a little bit too much stuff feel better about ourselves.
Oh, living with Julia Childs compared to that house.
Honey, did you see that lady? No, that lady's a hoarder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I understand the workings of the inside of the toilet better now, but still, after I adjusted everything, I still took my hands off it like I was working on a bomb. Mm-hmm. I'd say, all right, okay, don't run. Yes.
That's true, though. If you ever put anything together, it's always so much easier to understand it and take care of it then for the rest of its life.
Absolutely.
I bought a hay rake last year, and I could save $2,000 if I assembled it and put the whole hay rake together myself. So they brought boxes and boxes on a semi, and I unloaded them and took them home and scattered them all out in my shop. Thousands of pieces, bolts, hydraulic lines, everything. Started on step 1, and all my kids and me put it together in about 9 hours. And I I understand that hay rake so well.
Mm-hmm.
I understand how every part works, what each function is. I mean, that thing will last me forever because I understand it so well. It's like your toilet.
You know, and part of it is your brain works well that way. And you're somebody that can look at something, get that, like you could have been an engineer because your mind works like that because you get how things work. Mm-hmm. My mind doesn't work like that. Now, you put a freaking hay rake together in 9 hours?
Yeah.
This is going back about 15 years. I had invited a gal over for dinner. I was going to barbecue her dinner, and I'd bought a new barbecue, so I started putting the barbecue together that morning, and we went out for dinner. Well, this is a hell of a lot harder than I thought it would be.
Oh, my gosh. You went out for dinner? Oh.
This is interesting. If you're one of those people that is determined to be famous, there is a casting call for residents of Sidney, Montana and Williston, North Dakota for a new reality show about the Bakken.
Really?
Yep. And they'll start filming that right away in August, so...
A casting call? What? Then it's not reality show.
No reality show is a reality show.
If there's a casting call, why? How could it be a reality show? Because a reality show is real people that from that area that are working there.
Right. But they apparently don't know the exact person they want cast in these different roles, so they're looking for some certain type of people for this. I don't know what the kind is, but
losers. They're looking for losers is what they're looking for.
And if you're a loser that wants to be a famous one,
right,
this is a perfect opportunity for you.
Good Bet Modern Family will be among the shows on the list for Best Comedy. Never seen it. Nomination would give Modern Family a chance to win their 5th straight Best Comedy Award, and that would tie the record set by Frasier and Breaking Bad. Or Frasier, excuse me. Breaking Bad is a likely nominee for the Best Drama in their final season that won the award 4 times. They've also added an extra category this year for reality shows because they wanted to make it easier for Keeping Up with the Kardashians and Duck Dynasty to win an Emmy.
Oh, dear God.
So they created a category so they would have a chance to win one.
That is just trash is all that is.
If you watch any of that, or you watch the Emmys, in fact, I don't know anybody that watches the Emmys. Except for the mother, probably, of the guy who's going to host it. That's my son. He's a breakfast flake.
This appears to be right up my alley, so I'll be looking for this. Geico has hired Kenny Rogers to be in one of their new commercials. Commercial starts with 2 guys looking at televisions on display at a store, and the Geico lizard walks on and says 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And the guy says, yeah, everybody knows that. But did you know that playing cards with Kenny Rogers gets old pretty fast? And then it shifts to the scene, and Kenny's sitting at the card table, and Kenny goes, you got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em. Which appears to be right up my alley. Mm-hmm. And I went and got you the song that ended the feature yesterday.
Oh, lay me down in the forest lawn in a silver casket.
Oh,
With
well,
golden
good.
flowers over my head in a silver basket.
This is huge.
Wasn't huge, just cute.
Oh, my gosh. Thanks, Mark.
Here for you, buddy.
Employees sell souvenirs from the funeral store. I want to go.
Oh, my gosh.
When I go.
And finally, Andy Serkis doesn't mind being the man behind the ape. Serkis provided the movements for the main ape, Caesar, in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, the same way he did in Lord of the Rings movies. He said motion capture technology is liberating. He said it doesn't matter what size or shape or sex you are. You can play anyone or anything. Mark got an invitation from his family members to go to the first screening of that movie.
Did you see the first one?
No, I saw the one with Charlton Heston.
Yeah, well, there was a bunch of those Planet of the Apes movies, Beneath the Planet, Return to the Planet. These new ones are pretty well done.
Oh, well, you would have to say that.
I'm biased because it's my film.
Any other person who would have been 93 years old that would have fallen off those steps, they'd be on their way out right now because they would have either broke their pelvis, their hip, or their back, and they'd be in a bed. And once you get in a bed at the age of 93, you don't last long.
That's about it.
Yeah, you just, he says, and it's very important when you get that old, you have to stay active every day because things atrophy so quickly when you're that age. Mm-hmm. I mean, just a very, very short time. So he gave him this regimen to do at the club, and he wants him to alternate his exercises and stuff. And that's no problem because my dad goes up there 4 or 5 days a week anyway to do it and stay in shape. So when he called me for my birthday, he said, hell, he said, son, I was in pretty dog good shape when I was your age many, many years ago. I said, Dad, you're in better shape than I am now at your age.
Yeah.
So that's probably what kept him from, being thrown in bed.
Absolutely.
Because of fall. Falls are the worst thing for senior citizens.
Heck, at our age, you don't want to be falling or breaking a hip or hurting a knee or anything where you get extended time off your mobility. That's bad.
Well, and out at the ranch, you fall.
Sometimes you get eaten.
Yeah. Sure hate to do this to you, partner, but it's the law of the West. He got a broken leg. He ain't much good to us anymore. So you don't be falling out at the ranch, Mark.
I'll keep that in mind.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Walk it off. Walk it off.
Yeah.
Walk it off.